This is going to be the first video in a series about Alzheimer's. This is, like I mentioned before, advice that I would have given myself when I was starting through this journey with my dad that would have really been helpful if I would have known these things. So I'm hoping that I can reach somebody that's just starting on their journey through this really difficult time and that this can be helpful. So, to give a little bit of context, when I first saw my dad starting to slip, I remember the first time that it really hit me. We were farming together, and I was taking off the produce to go sell, and I had left him with the money to pay the employees. Thankfully, I had a really good crew, and my crew leader called me, and he said, "Hey, Kirk, I just want to let you know that your dad paid us, but then he went to the bank, and then he came back, and he tried to pay us again." And thankfully, he was honest and didn't allow my dad to do that. But I remember that was the first thing that when I realized these aren't just small, forgetful things. So here's my advice when you get to this stage where it's just they're there. You can have a full-on conversation. They remember almost everything, but they're starting to slip every now and then. This is the time that if I could go back, I would record as much as I could. Capture all of those stories that you really grew up on, that meant something to you. Get voice memos, get videos, spend as much time with them as you can, and capture those memories. Gosh, I wish that I could go back and get some of the amazing stories that I grew up hearing, and I wish that I would have captured them in that way. So I think that is my number one advice to that, as well as this is more on the difficult part of it, but while they're still able to be a part of the discussion, get all of their affairs in order. Whether that be, a trust, a will, where they would want to be buried, things like that. Really difficult stuff. It's not fun, but it is much better to have their input while they can still give it. And another thing about this disease, you never know how long these stages are going to last. Some people, they go downhill super quickly, and this stage may just be a few weeks, and then they start getting worse and worse and worse.